What? We're still in these clothes?
Because I can't stop now. It's a to be continued. Duh. We're going to be doing this all day.
But unfortunately, this is where people will stop in and say, well, couldn't you just made this a two-parter? Like, I don't understand. Like, why did you have to separate this out by weeks? And
because I need another week for my job sometimes. So
because then you guys would be like, well, where's the episode? And since you gave us a two-parter, why didn't you just follow it up with more? And it'd be like, well, because we're limited on time and we got to do the best we can.
You're putting ideas in their heads.
I'm just speaking what they're already thinking. But that being said, that is the goal, and maybe we will get there someday.
Let's watch.
Let's watch. Yeah, it's like Spike's place? Riley's place. Well, Spike's place is nearly
Riley.
Giles.
Your thoughts are troubled. In turmoil. I understand, brother. We have a lot to discuss.
What have you done to me?
Nothing. It was Mother. She implanted the behavior modifier. Actually, the chip is here, tied directly into your central nervous system through the thoracic nerve.
It's in your heart.
This is phase 1 of your preparation. It lay dormant until the time came. I simply activated it, brother.
What a terrible woman.
That. I'm not your brother.
Once you forget your old life and embrace your destiny as I have, you will know power you have never dreamed of. I didn't send it for you, Spike.
Yeah, well, I'm not much the being sinful type. I'm much more the I did my part and I'll get this chip out of my head kind of guy.
Yeah.
What's with them? I activated his chip.
So it's chips all around, is it? Someone must have bought the party pack.
You get yours removed when the Slayer is where I want it.
The important thing is making sure the Slayer is where we want.
Go.
Oh.
You can't go like that. They won't even interview you if you're naked.
I'm not going.
Are you still upset about that fight you had with your friends? It was hours ago. Get over it.
Forget it.
She's so independent.
You're a lost, directionless loser with no plans for his future.
Anya, keep that stuff away.
Why not?
Because I think maybe they're right.
She's optimistically realistic.
Where are we? In the initiative. Mother kept her secrets well. Didn't you?
Gross.
They're just workers. You know your destiny is much greater. Force.
He's dead.
What are you doing here?
Looking for a little weekend getaway place. Shove off.
Adam's been using these caves.
What about those discs I nabbed? They ought to tell you something.
Willow has the discs.
Well, I'd get on that. Can't ignore valuable information just because you two birds fell out now, can you?
Right.
Well, you do what you want. No worry of mine now, is it?
Silly Spike.
Supposed to be programmed to self-decrypt at a certain point. That is so annoying. It's like somebody blurting out the answer to a riddle just when you've... Yippee! We have the information.
Well, who told you that we were talking behind your back specifically?
Spike, specifically, but...
And who told you that we thought you'd be better off joining the army?
Figured it out.
That's not exactly what he said.
Spike can be very convincing when I'm very stupid.
He wanted us to fight to split us up. That's where it came from, the stuff we said the other night.
Yeah, but at the same time, there was stuff that needed to be said.
Careful. Let's move on.
I'm moving.
Great.
Why do you think Spike made with the head game?
I think it was Adam.
Spike's working for Adam? After all we've done... Nah, I can't even act surprised.
I just went to Adam's lair and he was gone. Spike just happened to be there and he made his big noise about getting the information off those encrypted disks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I decrypted them. They decrypted themselves, but I almost had it.
What did they say?
Bunch of stuff we already knew about 314, but it also said there's some final phase.
She's coming. I can feel it.
Come on, we had a deal.
When she's here.
So, just because this is never going to work, there's no need to be negative.
The enjoining spell isn't powerful enough to defeat Adam.
We're going in. I'm sorry. I hate that things have been so strained between all of us.
It's not your fault. Spike stirred up trouble.
Yeah, but I think trouble was stir-upable. I think we've all sort of drifted apart this year, don't you?
Maybe a little.
Well, I miss you. And Giles and Xander. I've been so wrapped up in my own stuff, I've been a bad friend.
You're the Slayer, Buffy. Your stuff is pretty crucial.
I mean, Riley.
I wanted to tell you, but I was so scared.
You can tell me anything. I love you.
Oh.
You're my best friend.
Me too. I love you too. Oh, going now.
It's sweet. We love moments
never
like
not
this.
talk again.
I promise.
Xander.
Oh, wonderful Xander.
You know we love you, right?
We totally do.
Oh god, we're gonna die, aren't we?
We just
Oh, hey.
do this.
One shipperectomy.
It's not gonna happen, but keep trying.
Hello? Paging Dr. Omi-Wan.
She's not alone.
Hmm.
You failed me again.
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
What's the other way?
Oh.
I will honor our agreement and remove your chip. Take his head off.
Yep. Oh.
Waltzing into a government installation, brandishing weapons like
It's a gourd.
what kind of freaks are you? Of this installation is under constant 24-hour surveillance,
Sure, go be a stupid ass.
including
I mean, but-
everything. What secret lab?
The one Adam's been using. The one built for the final stage of the 314 project. And you have no idea.
No
I
idea.
know everything that goes on around here.
I'm the Slayer. You're playing on my turf.
Mm-hmm.
Up there, maybe. But down here, I'm the one who's in control.
So indeed,
All the beasts have been released.
how it's just a fun show for him.
These people are under arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
One person.
But Spike has some fun. Yay! What he's always looking for. I don't know if I'd use the gourd. I feel like it's just gonna shatter the
Get over
gourd.
here. Once I'm in, barricade the door behind me. Is this place okay to be Magic Central?
It should do.
As long as we don't get blowed up or nothing.
What are the odds of that?
How long before the ritual kicks in?
5 minutes, give or take.
I'll move fast then.
Buffy, I still don't like you going in alone.
I won't be.
Like, I appreciate that they're trying to, like, bar the doors and whatnot, but if Willow can push it, I don't know if it's gonna do that much.
Willow's strong. What are you talking about? She's the strongest one of all of them.
She could use, like, her wishy ability to move stuff in front of us. That'd be cool.
What is this?
Love it.
Bambies.
Why won't you talk to me?
He can't. He's part of the final phase now. As you were supposed to be.
I don't jump through hoops on command. I've never really been one to toe the line.
Oh,
Oh.
kill her.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't understand. He's more literal.
The power of the Slayer and all who wield it.
Watch you kill your girlfriend, Faye. That's an order.
Such an interesting line.
My willpower's shining through! I thought he couldn't move.
He's struggling.
All you got?
No! She's got me!
That's all she had to do.
Look who's come off the bench.
I need to get to Adam, like now. Are you able?
Go.
I do appreciate violence.
Good.
I just didn't expect that to be he got the first hit. I thought she'd at least like hit him once, but it was just like burp.
He's all brute.
Yeah, it's just like a funny sock. Yeah, that'll do.
I've been upgrading.
Take us now.
Good timing.
What does this do?
You can't last much longer.
We can. We are forever.
That's so creepy.
No.
Shut me undone.
Interesting.
I'm a Shandog.
What?
That could have gone wrong at any moment.
Yeah. That's kind of terrifying, actually.
But yours is right here.
Bye.
I'm a Shandog.
Oh, that was.
Thank you. Although your heroism is slightly muted by the fact that you were helping Adam to start a war that would kill us all.
Oops.
You probably just saved us so we wouldn't stake you right here.
Well, yeah. Did it work? Good work, team.
Wasn't it amazing?
You were great.
We were great.
We still got men out there. Well, let's go save them by gum.
You guys get to the exits. Get them open. You organize the soldiers, pull them back.
The initiative represented the government's interest in not only controlling the otherworldly menace, but in harnessing its power for our own military purposes.
Yeah.
The experiment has failed.
No kidding.
The demons cannot be harnessed,
Of course.
cannot be controlled. Our soldiers will be debriefed, standard confidentiality clause. We
Standard.
will monitor the civilians and the usual measures prepared should they try to go public. The initiative itself will be filled in with concrete, burn it down, and salt the earth.
Okay, so the initiative is no more. We'll start with that. So that's kind of interesting that they
Accurate.
didn't just try to revamp it in a way that it's all about killing demons instead of trying to actually like learn from them.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised they didn't do that, or they might have another branch that does that later on. Who knows? Government. But this initiative is no more. Yeah, you want to talk about God, Buffy? Yeah, bird, magician.
Freaking Doctor Strange on our hands. Like.
Yeah. I do like supernatural shows, yet I always think it's cool when we can come up with like a believable, practical solution for things.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even give you a good example off the top of my head.
Sure.
But
I know where you're going.
you get it? Where it's like, when we pull out Deus Machina stuff, that's when it's just like, you guys weren't really trying, were you? So I would have loved to see like a practical element of like, let's fry Adam, but we can't do that because we already shot him with the tasers, and or let's take Adam apart and like literally pull him limb from limb and pieces from piece, and maybe that'll take away some of his power. I don't know. None of these things are like not in the supernatural era. I get that. I realize this is not practical, but it's more practical than let's combine into one super being.
Because we're past this episode, I can say this. At least from my knowledge, Maggie Walsh was intended to actually be the supervillain of this season.
I think we covered that before.
Yeah. But I really want to make sure that's clear.
Yeah.
And then literally they created a monster and didn't know what to do with it. This season, as you look back so far, it goes one way, then it goes another way, and then it goes another way. At least up to this point, I will say that this is the most random season, and this episode especially.
just all of it. Like, I can rip into my own chest, even though I'm supposed to be controlled.
Yeah.
And then pull out this chip that's implanted deep within me.
Yep.
And then am able to fight a super version of my best friend
Who is
without emotion,
right,
without pain,
right,
but super knowledgeable about the explosive things, which I'm all for. That was cool. That was a cool moment.
I mean, he
But
still got his butt handed to him quite a bit there.
You just ripped open your chest and you're doing flips with no pain. What? If you can explain it away, go for it. But good luck explaining God Buffy.
But in this episode, we do get this beautiful little moment with friends, and it's touching, and like, I love you, Will.
It is neat to know, like, when you think about a person, the spirit, the heart, the mind, the body, or the
hand. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, okay, cute. All right, I like it. And friendship.
Mhm.
Friendship is magic.
Yeah. Well, this is another great episode, and I think it was a fantastic episode of We Watch Whedon with Buffy.
And we done watched it.
We sure did. Hey, everyone.
Thanks for still being here.
Yeah.
You're awesome. We're awesome. Let's see more of each other in the future.
Are you drunk?
Not yet. Anyway, like, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified.
And check us out on Patreon.
.com.
/FantheaterTV.
I swear I'm not drunk.